Hello and welcome back to TEW IX. We are back for the WWE Challenge Series and we are at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia and we open the show. We're going straight into the show. A sold out show in front of 25,000 people with just a video package hyping up tonight's show. It only gets a 58 rating, which isn't fantastic, but hopefully the show will be fantastic. If you are looking forward to the show, please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment predicting the results of the matches. So tonight we have got Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. We then have Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega for the WWE Women's World Championship. We have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Championship. We've got Naomi versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's title. And then in the main event, we've got the Bloodline versus the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga taking on Roman Reigns and the Usos. Leave your predictions down below for me and let's get straight into the show. And hopefully a banger of an opening match. And it is indeed an 81 rated match to open the show in about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Gunther defeats Sami Zayn in 20 minutes 26 by submission with a rear naked choke after a distraction from Jacob Fatu. So these guys were told to go out and steal the show. 81 rating. They've put down a definite marker. However, it is important to note, after the match when Gunther's celebrating, he is unaware of Jacob's involvement in that match. He doesn't know that Jacob distracted Sami as he was lining up a haluva kick. So Gunther wins, but he doesn't know at this point that he wasn't victorious without help. Next up, Kevin Owens says he's going to do whatever it takes tonight to take home the WWE Championship. And we are back into the ring next with a 61 rated match, another pretty good match there, and about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, subpar wrestling. Liv Morgan defeats Zelina Vega in 13:01 with an Oblivion. Another pretty good match there. Obviously going into this, Zelina had told Rhea, I don't want you to get involved in this match. And after the match, as Liv and Dom celebrate, Rhea runs out trying to attack Liv and Dom, but they escape into the crowd. Rhea, frustrated that Zelina told her to get lost, I don't want your help, hits a Riptide on Zelina Vega to end the segment. 71 rating, another really good segment there. And then we go backstage where Cody Rhodes says, tonight all my focus is on Kevin Owens. I've learnt my lesson. But just as he says that, Drew McIntyre walks into the interview room, smiles at Cody and says, can you give Randy a call? Tell him to come back to SmackDown for me. Cheers, mate. And just a little smug smile as Drew knows he's getting into Cody's head. But in the match anyway, about that had great wrestling and good heat, Cody Rhodes defeats Kevin Owens in 22 minutes 41 by pinfall with a handful of tights. What this actually was is a crossroads onto the chair. Gets a 77 rating, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Cody wins, but not cleanly. He uses a chair, and after the match we just see him celebrating, gets a 75 rating. Another very good match, but Cody clearly let something get to him going into that. Next up, Jay confronts Roman, asks if the spear on SmackDown was intentional. Jimmy insists to him before Roman can answer. He's like, this isn't the time to sort this out. We've got a match in the main event tonight. 68 rating as the tension between the OG Bloodline continues. And we are back in the ring next with a 51 rated match that had decent reaction but terrible wrestling. Nia Jax defeats Naomi by pinfall with a standing leg drop. This one not really intended to be a fantastic match, if we're being honest. It was intended to cool the crowd down a little bit. But after the match, Tiffany celebrates with Nia, but you can still see that Money in the Bank briefcase at Tiffany's side, ready and waiting for her opportunity. Next up, Dom says, now that Liv is still the champion, his focus is where has CM Punk been? Why did CM Punk run away from Dominic Mysterio? Is he scared of Dom Dom? 54 rating, and that is a nice big tease for what's coming on Monday Night Raw. And ahead of our main event, we have the Bloodline entrances. Solo, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu all entering as a group. Meanwhile, Jimmy, Jay, and Roman Reigns all entering individually. So again, a little sign of the Bloodline have got the unity that the OG Bloodline don't seem to have. And our main event, it's only got 58. That's not great. But the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga defeat Roman Reigns and the Usos when Solo Sikoa pins Jimmy Uso with a Samoan spike. It was meant to be an epic match. It doesn't appear to have come across that way. However, during the match, we also had Tama Tonga make his debut, running in and attacking Jay. And Roman Reigns also broke his fingers. Hopefully, that won't have any issues going into Survivor Series. I'm sure it won't. And after the match, the Bloodline celebrate as Jimmy and Jay are both laid out outside the ring, and Roman is stood on the ramp looking very, very alone. So overall, the show gets a 60 rating. That semi-main event and the main event has really let us down there. That is absolutely horrendous. We're going to tell Roman Reigns he had a good performance, though. Sami Zayn can be complimented on a great performance, as can Gunter, because those two put on a fantastic show. And we'll also tell... what was the other match that did really well? Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Point them out as a good example as well. So Roman out for 7 days, but he can work through it. That's absolutely fine. And popularity dropping again. But, a little bit of a spoiler in the media scrum here. Penta El Zero Miedo has signed for us. We're going to play it by ear. Patrick Scott made some more mistakes. Gave him another chance, and it wasn't good. So after that show, we've got a few things to deal with here. We've got a couple of people whose contracts are getting ready to end. Tonga Loa is back fully fit. And as we know, Roman Reigns is injured, but he's only going to be out for a week, and he's not even really going to be out. So we'll see what happens heading into Survivor Series. Let me know if you would like me to do kind of like a quick run through to Survivor Series, or if you want me to continue booking it like this. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.